We've secured this property for nothing, for zero. We're going to make 120 grand's worth of profit on the back end of it. So wait till the end of the video when we run through the numbers. So as you can tell, it's a really rundown property. It's absolutely stinking. It's currently a 3-bed property, and we've got a plan to make it a 6-bed property, as with basically like mini flats, so to speak, let's say that. So as you can see, it's completely knackered at the moment. The plan is to have an ensuite in every single bedroom, and we're going to have the ensuite in this corner, and then we're going to have a kitchen down here, and we're going to have each room as a double bed. So it's got, again, double beds in each room. We're going to have kitchen and flat and the ensuite in every single room, and it kind of really makes it a nice little flat in each area. Also, in this particular room, it's actually sinking, so we've got to redo the supports to make sure it's actually structurally sound. So as you can tell, the property's so run down, we've got to make sure the structure's sound first, and then and then look at the rest of it. The stairwell is staying as it is, so keeping that as it is, keep it nice and simple, but big freshen up required. Room number 2, again, this is going to be the second little mini flat we're going to do. Again, it's going to be ensuite in here, going to have a kitchen to the side with a double bed. There's been a lot of damp in this room, so what we're actually going to do is, for example, we're going to put some thermal on the wall to make sure that it's thermally insulated, sort all the damp out, because this property's been vacant for like 20 odd years now. So really sort out the damp, get the thermal sorted out, plaster it and do all the normal stuff, but make this a nice little flat in that sense. And yeah, go from there. Next room, which ironically used to be the kitchen, and is actually going to be the smallest room, smallest bed sit, is we're going to have as you can tell, it's absolutely knackered. Like, this is really stinking, honestly. Like, got the old boiler up there, it's been vacant for like 2 decades now, it's horrible. You've got all the timber showing, you know, it's absolutely stinking. So yeah, definitely keep on track of this one, because we'll kind of show you how we've done the figures afterwards. We're going to have the ensuite down here, which is back onto the other room conveniently. So we've got the ensuite for the other room just adjacent to this, on this wall. Then we're going to have the kitchenette down here. And again, it's going to be a double or single room, so you can have someone living in here. It's going to be like, again, a mini little flat. Oh. Let me show you upstairs. Oh. So again, we're going to make this into 3 bed sits up here as well. And then let me show you the first room, where it's going to obviously be doing a lot of work, for example, such as knocking this wall down. So when we walk into this room, it's going to be one big long room. So this is 1 bed sit. Be careful where you step, because there's like holes on the floor and everywhere. Like if you step over there, it's going to be falling through. But yeah, this is going to be open, this wall, so we can walk straight through. It's going to have kitchen, ensuite in here, double bedroom. So again, like a mini little flat, so that's that sorted. Take you into the second one. So currently, you've got a room in here, which could be a bedroom, but you've also got a bathroom in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep this as the ensuite for this room. So what we're going to do is have this as a double bedroom and a kitchenette, and have a door by here opening up. So this will be the ensuite for this bedroom, if that makes sense. So this will be, again, keeping a wall, but just having like a doorway leading into that as like the ensuite. Keep it nice and simple. Got the ceilings missing, so there's currently a tree going through the middle of this property. So yeah, that's pretty fucked. And then the third bed sit up here is through here. So I'll let you have a look, because the floor is currently missing. So we plan to do in that bed sit what we're doing over here. It's just like a mirror image. So we've got a walk in, open it all up, and just have a nice bed sit in there. So let me show you the garden now. Okay. So it's currently a jungle. So you got bottle. Bear in mind, this property's been vacant for about 20 years. It's been completely empty. So what we're going to do is, I'm not going to venture fully into it, but basically we're going to give a big tidy up, chop the tree down, and have have this all completely cleared up and just do a proper tidy up job of it, to be honest with you. It's a big project, but because we were going to put parking here, but we've decided against that. What we're going to do instead is have a big tidy up and put a smoking shelter along the rear of the property, because obviously we're going to have, you know, at least minimum 6 people living here. So you've got a smoking shelter down there, parking at the front of the property. It makes it more homely in that sense. So I'm not going to go fully into it, but yeah, there you go. So it's cold today, so I'm going to have a sit down. So the numbers basically work out where we originally were going to make this a 9-bed, and then basically have it as a 9-beds HMO with all en suites. It doesn't work like that because the renovation cost was too much. So what we've done is we've agreed with the vendor for nothing on the basis of him getting 65k guaranteed minimum on the back end of it. So if you bear in mind, this property has been vacant for 20 odd years. No one's going to buy this property in the current condition. No one's going to buy it to do anything with, because you're only going to get investors with it. You're not going to get any first-time buyers. There's only so much you can do with it. So what we've done is we've realised with a commercial valuation as a 6-bed, there's enough uplift in the property for the renovation costs. The renovation is going to be about 120 grand. Plus you've got about 10 grand worth of planning that we'll have to pay for. Plus you've got about 20k worth of bridging, for example. So all in, let's say 160. So when you consider all your money into it, it's about 160, and the end value is about 300 on a commercial valuation. It does make sense in that regard. We've had builders to this property where they're saying to just knock it down. It's that absolutely knackered. But that's the way we've done it in terms of factoring the numbers. So what we've agreed is we agree for nothing now, because there's enough uplift at £300,000 and the actual renovation cost of 120 to 160 work in terms of budgets. What we can do is when we come to refinance the property once it's fully renovated, the money we pull back out, we give him a third of the profits, which will equal £65,000. And then he gets £65,000 from a property that he doesn't have to do anything with. He's left it alone. It's been just like this for 20 odd years, and we can just crack on with it and do the work for him. He gets a profit on the back end of it, which is way more than what he would have had before. We get to put the property in a limited company, and then we get the profits on the back end of it from the cash flow, because obviously we then own the property. So if that makes sense, so he gets profit on the back end of it from doing nothing, from obviously giving it to us for free at the very start, and then we own the property with our business partner 50-50 on the back end of it, and then our business partner manages the property, we leave it alone, we get the cash flow 50%, and then we get an asset worth £300,000. So that's the breakdown of numbers. Hope that makes sense. And if you want to get involved in these sort of properties with us, we work with investors to kind of work on these sort of properties, build our capital ourselves to fund these sort of projects. And if you want to start making money work harder for you, get in contact with us. We really do work with people on these sort of projects a lot, where we had 2 last week going to conveyancing like this, and we actually had an investor raise 100k with us last week for one project. We've got this one where we're looking to raise finance for it, and others like it. So if you want to get involved in these sort of projects, give us a reach out and comment yes in the comments.